All right, welcome everybody to our special Tuesday, April 14th, coronavirus edition of Team Elevate. What day is it now of this craziness? Everyone's muted. You got to unmute yourself. We got some feedback there.
I think it's day 712.
712? It feels like that. It's been a while. So, but hey, we all get to hang out together because we are all stuck in our homes. So what else do you have to do on a Tuesday afternoon but hang out with Cheryl and Paul? So we're super excited about this. We have a lot of great things to share with you, and we want to hear from you. We want to people to share with us. But I know, Cheryl, you got some words you wanted to start this call off with. Let me unmute you here. That would be a good start.
Well, that's good, Paul. I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm driving. Angelica just got done riding her horse, which we are super grateful for that. But no, you know what? I just like to really, I think, say thank you to everybody on the call, especially you, Paul, too, for really getting out there and elevating other people's lives, right? Because that's really what we're doing. It's all about elevate, and it's all about, especially I think now at this time, how can you elevate other people's lives and in what way? That's kind of the thing that that I'm thinking about every day. How I can make, and I love this because when I say elevate another person's life, what I really mean, I love the word elevate, but what I really mean is how can I make their life better and in what way? Because there's so many ways, but just what way are we going to choose today to really help other people and elevate their life?
Absolutely. I feel the same way, Cheryl, and I just had so much respect for all of you. For it's difficult to get out there and fan people and, you know, just strangers and start up a conversation, all with just the intention of trying to help somebody, trying to help make their life a little bit better. So just kudos to all of you for, you know, and elevating your own life. You know, a lot of people are just sitting around saying, woe is me, and not you. You're on this call and you're like, no, I'm going to make my life better, make my family's life better, and create a better future for myself. So, you know, and the cool thing is you can't create a better future for yourself unless you create a better future for other people. Just such a beautiful industry that we're in. I mean, it's the greatest industry in the world. So that is awesome. So let's talk about elevating people. Like how can we elevate people? So last week we did 3 calls. We did Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 2 of them are up there now. I'll post the Saturday one for the information we shared on that. But just to recap real quick, and we want people to share their things. First and foremost, I posted a sheet. It's a cheat sheet that goes over the 8 Elevate groups. So there's a reason why we have the number 8 at the end of Elevate, because there's 8 groups that we've created. Now you might think, well, that's absolutely ridiculous, but there's a method to the madness. We're trying to separate things, and you know, you may find a prospect that just wants to elevate their emotions, and they're just like, hey, because of what you helped me with my emotional side, whatever else you're doing, I want to be part of that too. So some people want to be part of some things, some people want to be part of others. Whatever they want to be part of, it's up to them. So that is a sheet. We recommend you joining any group that you want. You can join all 8, you can join some of them, none of them, whatever you want to do. Totally up to you, but we want you to be aware of where these pages are and how to get to them. So that sheet explains what each group is, where it's at, the link to it, what it does, who should go in there, whether it's a prospect group or a member group or whatever it is. So that's that. So that sheet is on, and you can also go to Team Elevate with the 8 at the end, teamelevate.com, which would take you right to our Facebook group page. So get everyone on your team on that page, and we are showing a lot of great things. So we made an announcement that we are no longer Star School, we are Team Elevate. So, but our system hasn't changed. We're still plan, do, review. And plan, still 3 letters, RPM. So R stands for result. What is the target you want to hit? So your mind, especially in times like this where there's all this craziness going on, your mind's looking for something to focus on. It's got to be something specific. Like you can't, it is important to write a story, and I do have a story written that I'm going to post about my life in the future. So I read it every day, but there needs to be a number that, or something specific that your mind's focusing on. That's just how your mind works. So does anybody want to share with us any kind of targets that they have for this month, or by June 30th, or by the end of the year in December, different targets that they want to hit?
I watched it and put it up in that
I do.
something like that on my hair. Really?
This is Rod.
Yes, Rod.
It's so funny.
I want to be a 2-star no later than June 30th.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Being Captain America, you'll do it.
I really think I can do it.
Yeah. Just because you got that T-shirt on, it's a done deal.
I had 3 sign-ups this week.
Hey,
And,
fantastic.
I'm on the team, and I lost 4 pounds in the last week. I went from 221 to 217
Nice.
last week.
I'm seeing all these posts online of people gaining the COVID-19. Not getting the virus, but gaining 19 pounds. So it's great to hear that you're losing weight. You look fantastic. Love your energy, and love that you're stepping out there and helping other people. That's absolutely fantastic. Anybody else? And I really love that you stepped up and made it public that you're going to hit 2-star, because now we're going to hold you accountable to that.
I don't know.
But that's awesome.
I'm ready
Now,
for it.
in order to hit 2-star, you got to help 3 people become 1-star.
Yes,
That's
that's
how
my
the
goal.
focus has got to be, to help other people. Who
Yes,
else
sir.
wants to share something they have a target of?
I will.
Yes, Heather.
I would like to reattain my highest rank, which was a 1-star. I'd like to be earning at that level. And then I'm on, I think, day 6 or 7 of this keto program, and I'm down 7 pounds.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yay. My goal for June 30th is to lose 34 pounds total. So I'm
Nice. That's an
Nice.
excellent target. So you put your mind out there, and it's an intention, and it's going to happen. So thank you for sharing that. We will, we're all behind you, cheering you on. Right, Cheryl?
Yes, I think that's fantastic. I think all of this is so exciting. I love to hear these things. And I think every time I hear them, it gives me like more inspiration and more excitement on attaining my own goals. So I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. We all get inspired from each other. So that's why we love having these Zooms, everyone sharing, because you don't realize the impact you're having on everyone in this group by sharing
Right.
that and inspiring us all, because now we all want to lose 34 pounds by 4th of July too. That's an awesome, awesome target. So now your brain's like, okay, your brain's like, okay, my mind, I want to go there. But the next thing your brain's asking yourself is, well, why would you want to do that? So you got to have reasons. Reasons are the difference between somebody being like, I think I want to do this, to someone actually accomplishing it. And I always use the example of that soon-to-be bride as my best client, because they got a big reason why they want to lose this weight, or if they got a vacation coming up or something big's coming up, if you got a big enough reason, you'll lose the weight. No reason, you won't lose the weight. So you got to come up with a reason. So we want reasons why we want to lose the weight. We want reasons why we can build our business. So I came up with a sheet that's in Team Elev8 Facebook group under files. It's called purpose. So the P stands for purpose, RPM, P stands for purpose. And you got to come up with 100 reasons why you want to hit this target. And it just says, I must hit this target because I want blank. What do you want? Why in the world would you want to hit this target of 2-star? What would that do? And you got to sit and think of 100 reasons why you want to do it. And we would love for people to share some of their reasons. So somebody give me a good, first of all, what target you want to hit, and give me 1 or 2, or give me, your top reason why you want to hit it.
Paul, I can speak to that. I would like to hit 2-star by the end of the year, and I have a very significant why. I would like to replace most of my husband's income because we need to get him retired.
Good. Now you meant 4th of July, right?
No, I was talking about the end of the year. 4th of July. Ah, you're a hoot.
Listen,
No,
listen, whatever target you set, just double it, and then you'll be
Yeah.
okay. Because
Well,
I know you can do it by 4th of July.
My June one, by June, I want to be, 4 months consistent in, my qualification with the car bonus, because I keep missing the darn car bonus.
Yeah, Heather, make sure you put car bonus on that too. So it's
Yeah,
not
I
just 1
did.
star, but
I
a
did.
qualified 1 star.
Yeah, so that I did, and I'm really excited about helping 3 other people. That would make me so excited. And I have an idea of the 3 people. So there's 2 that I know of. Well, actually 3. I know all 3. But it's just a matter of working more with them. I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway.
Well, I just want to echo that. I made a post maybe Saturday on my wall and in the group page about the feeling of seeing someone else walk across the stage, whether they make whatever rank they make. So when you make 2-star, and anybody that's 2-star on here, please back me up on this. Does it feel better to go 2-star, or does it feel better that you created and helped 3 people become 1-star? I guarantee you, anybody on here that's a 2-star,
I know I feel
helping 3 people is there's no feeling in the world like that. So I made a post about seeing someone walk across the stage 5-star that you personally enrolled and personally coached to get there. No feeling in the world like that. You changed their entire life, and thousands of lives indirectly because of what you did for them. You indirectly helped all those other people because they would have never done this if it wasn't for you introducing them to this. So when you put it that way, like a lot of us are like kind of worried about messaging people on Facebook or friending them because we're intruding or they won't be interested in this. Like we tell them all, or tell ourselves all this stupid stuff. Because could you imagine if someone didn't tell me about this, where would my life be? And Cheryl and I have this conversation all the time. And Cheryl, I'd love for you to come on. Because we were talking about, Cheryl, where would you be if Doc didn't invite you to partner with him to build longevity? And we pretty much didn't have anything good to say.
Well, now that's for sure, Paul, because there's not much good to say, I mean, and it's not that it's bad. It's just that it is nothing like my life is now. And I was really trying to kind of gather that energy and think more along those lines of how much I've been helped and how blessed I've been to turn around and share that opportunity with others. Because what if it would have only been, well, hey, you know what, the products work, you have to take the products. Yeah, that's right, they do work, and hallelujah. And I've never felt better, and I've been on them for over 20 years. But what if no one would have ever said, hey, you know what, you can definitely do this as a business, you can help other people. And I was like, no, I can't sell anything, I can't do that. And I kept saying no. And guess what, there was always somebody there to believe in me before I could believe in myself. And that's really what it's all about for us. It has to be you believing in somebody else who thinks, I can't do that, I'm not smart enough, I don't know that, I'm not sure how to do that. None of that matters. What matters is if you can believe in someone until they can believe in themselves, then I really believe, Paul, that that's where the magic is. And that's what we have to do.
Yeah, that was so well said, Cheryl. That was awesome. Just fantastic. So then, after we have the 100 reasons, we need to turn those reasons into pictures. And there's nothing that Cheryl likes more than being on Pinterest and finding pictures. So we all got to go to Pinterest. If you haven't done it already, and you got a friend or follow, excuse me, follow Cheryl, follow myself, Paul Croto.
Yep.
Don't really follow us, go take a look at our board. So we have a board called Vision Board. Now I have one board, it's called Vision Board. Cheryl has like 800 boards for everything under the sun. She's got a,
yeah.
But let me tell you, she's got some keto recipes for those of you in the keto group that are to die for. So Cheryl is the keto queen over there with finding recipes on Pinterest that are absolutely delicious. So yeah, Pinterest is amazing. So everybody needs to go there. That's your homework assignment. We're really strict on this one because you will never create the life you want until you figure out what it looks like.
Not only that, Paul, you've got to look at your vision board every morning and really feel.
You're breaking up a little bit, Cheryl.
Oh, sorry. Am I still breaking up? I might be going through this.
No.
Oh, I was just saying that it's so important to make that vision board. And you know, I thought it forever. Paul, how long have I thought it for? I've just thought, well, I don't have the glue and I don't have the scissors and I got to give myself a big board. And I mean, listen, I could come up with so many ridiculous reasons why I couldn't make a vision board. But let me tell you, it's all on Pinterest. Anything you could think of, just put luxury before it. So whatever you want, just put luxury. That's what I did, and I'm
yeah. No, that was the best tip ever because now I just type in luxury something and then it comes up.
Yeah,
so Cheryl and I's favorite
cool.
word is luxury.
But make sure you're doing it, you guys, because you want to look at that every single day. It's so important to really keep that in the very forefront of your mind and to really think about the way you will feel when that's a reality, because that's really what it's all about. It's about, and I remember Paul told me this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that boat and that yacht. I look at it all the time, and he says, but how would you
Oh, you're breaking up again.
feel
This is watching Cheryl in slow motion.
on the very top of the yacht? Oh my gosh. Okay, Paul, you have to take over.
Okay.
I think I'm frozen.
Yeah, you were frozen there for a while. But what Cheryl was trying to say is you have to feel it. Like she gets on her yacht in her mind and feels it. I just found another cool picture. So there's this guy, you go to my Pinterest, you'll see it like pretty much at the top of my vision board. So it's this guy and a woman sitting in like chairs in this like hut on the water. And then in the water, there's like this enormous like movie screen that you'd see at the movie theater in the water. And they're like watching a movie outside, but the movie's in the ocean. That's
a drive-in movie.
Yeah, you have to see the picture to believe it, because I was like, whoa, that's like exactly what I want right there. So it expands your mind. And once a mind is expanded, I don't know exactly what that quote is, but basically it doesn't regain its original shape.
Right.
You know, I always tell the story. I remember the very first convention I went to, it was in Phoenix, Arizona, like 25 years ago. And I got it back into the cab. I'm heading to the airport. And the cab driver was like, oh, you know, where are you coming from? Or what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I just came back from a convention. You know, it was a network marketing convention, my first one ever. I'm so psyched. I'm like 22 years old. So he's like, oh, well, how much money do you want to make? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'd love to make $100,000. And he's like, is that a year or a month? I was like, what? I mean, a month. Like, it took me a while to process that. Like, who could make $100,000 in 1 month? I was like, insane. But then I realized that that is totally possible and there's people doing it. So it stretched my mind. And from that moment on, $100,000 a month was obviously my target to hit. And I think I hit it in like 8 months from that moment. So whatever you put your mind on as a target, it happens. So like Cheryl and I
make
said,
it big.
What's
make
that?
Make it big. I said make it big.
Think bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as you get what you have on your vision board, the first thing you're going to say, and we said this last week, is that, boy, I should have picked something bigger. That's the first thing you're going to say to them. So they absolutely work. You got to do that. Make sure you go to Team Elev8 page, post your link in there so we can all look at your vision board and cheer you on. So now that we got a target, a result that we want to hit, a target we want to hit, we got a purpose, why we want to hit it. And next thing we need a map. How in the world are we going to hit our target? We got to have directions. How are we going to get there? So the directions, there's 8 pieces to the puzzle here to our map. And if you're missing any one of these pieces, you will not be successful. So, you know, this is work, folks. This is good. You have to put in the time here. I don't care what profession it is in the world. If you want to be a doctor, you got to learn a lot of stuff. You know, Cheryl and I talk about Jonathan, her husband. He had to go through a couple classes to become the world-class lawyer that he is. It was a little bit difficult. So to become a professional network marketer is going to take you have to learn some skills. And you have to put some time in and learn these things so that you can be a professional and help people in a professional way. So the first thing that you got to do every day is understand that the most important thing to grow is yourself. You got to be obsessed with growth. And there's Becca on this call here that I'd love to have come on and speak about this. So we have a group called Elevate Your Mind that Becca's like a champ in posting in. And there's probably nobody in my career in literally 25 years that I've seen make a bigger transformation faster than Becca. I mean, when I first met her, she was just kind of, you know, there, kind of lost, kind of wondering where I want to go. And she got into personal growth. She got into creating a vision of her future, personal growth like crazy. And now she's like one of the top enrollers in the whole company, if not the top enroller. So Becca, I'd love you to come on and just talk about some of your mindset changes, what studying Joe Dispenza has done for you, what personal growth has done for you, what targets have done for you, what vision boards have done for you.
Wow. No, I didn't expect this. Thanks so much, Paul.
Well, congratulations. I mean, we're just in awe, all of us, of your massive success. And it's just like happened overnight. Now, you know, Becca's gonna be like, well, you know, and we all, you know, they're going to call you an overnight success. We all know it was a lot of hard work and effort, but you look like an overnight success right now.
Well, it's taken a lot of work, not just on my business, but mostly on me. There were a lot of things that I didn't realize were blocks for me that were keeping me from succeeding. I was always, oh, well, I got to do this first, or I've got to do this first, just not having my my priorities straight. So, and a lot of that had to do with events that happened in my life, you know, trying to figure out who I am, what I am supposed to be to others, and actually putting myself aside and thinking of what everybody else wanted. But once I started working on myself and realizing what I was doing and being able to get past that, and then having my why that was bigger than me. I mean, yeah, I wanted to be able to replace my husband's income. I wanted to have some type of security for myself and my youngest son. But it went far beyond that. You know, I want to help others achieve their goals and achieve their health goals. I mean, I went from almost bedridden to now having no restrictions. So being able to share that with somebody else, it is huge. And I just love the fact I'm able to do it. But working on myself and my own mindset and figuring out how my brain was working and why, and then being able to get over that has been a huge, huge part of why I'm doing well, which
you're doing fantastic.
It blows me away. I'm right now in a network marketer's dream. So I love it.
You are, and you're inspiring all of us. But can you go a little bit into like, how did you do that? Because everyone's like, oh my God, I want to do that too. But what's some of the process you went through, or some of the things you've learned from the personal growth you've done that, first of all, I would love for you to acknowledge what the personal growth has done for you and what you learned from it and what have you applied to your life and how you kind of made this transformation in your life.
Well, my personal growth has been coming from John Maxwell and Dr. Joe Dispenza and Brendan Burchard. And I was in a lot of leadership roles as a teenager. So I knew from the classes that I took back then, you know, kind of what a leader's supposed to do. But then hearing it now as an adult, and it's like, why did I forget that? So making sure that you're getting into teachings about leadership and self-development really brings it to the forefront of your mind and thinking, okay, this is what I need to be doing all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've, I'm assuming you've set I know because I'm working with you personally, you set the targets, that you got the
Yes.
list, you got the vision board.
Yeah.
So you got, you know, so a lot of us, and Becca, you know, was into this position herself, like all of us were, is that our minds can either be a record of the past or a map to the future. So what happens to us, and what Becca has realized, is that she was in this box in the past, and this is where she was living. And, you know, our minds want to protect us. They want you to be safe. So it didn't want her to leave that box, because even if this box is painful, it's still what she knows.
Mm-hmm.
So the other box over here, your mind's like, whoa, that's like stepping out of my comfort zone. That's not what I know. That's the unknown. And that can be scary. But it's also where all your dreams live. So one of the posts I made the other day is to make it more painful to stay where you are than where you're going to go. And really, your mind is just looking for the 51%, whichever one is more painful, it will avoid that one. So in my brain, I've got my brain to go 51%, that's staying where I'm at. Actually, I'm way past 51%. But staying where I'm at is way more painful than not having those things on my vision board. And that isn't something that happens overnight. You got to be staring at that vision board all the time. I mean, honestly, us doing it on Pinterest is not the right way to do it, because it's not on your wall. It's not, you know, they say putting it in some place that you can see all the time that you pass is great for your brain. So if you got some kind of board that you can put some of your key pictures on and actually print them out and put them up so that you can focus on them. I got my yacht, I printed that picture out, you know, and a couple other key pictures that I want to look at all the time. But it's just convenient having it on Pinterest, but make sure you're going there all the time. I mean, you can go there 2-3 times a day. Just, you know, when you're feeling down or feeling off track, getting back, you know, Cheryl and I always talk about worm. It's the best thing we learned. Witness that you're going off track, that your mind and your emotions are off. And you got to interrupt that. And I know, Becca, one of the biggest things that you're doing that you didn't mention is meditation. That morning meditation, and I know, Cheryl, you can talk about this too, and for myself, it's everything, you know, to be able to calm your mind down, and not all this noise out there is ridiculous. To be able to calm yourself down and calm your mind down to where you can go and now start designing your future, as opposed to living in the past. Most people live like the movie Groundhog Day. It's the same damn thing every single day for their whole life. It's ridiculous. We want to create a new life for you and create a new life for other people and show people how to break out of that old box and get to the new box. So thank you so much for sharing, Becca. That was just amazing. And we just want to, so we have, just so you know, Cheryl and I were really into elevating not only your emotions, but your energy level. So like we say, well, be grateful. That's one of the best emotions you can have. But on every emotion, there's a scale of 1 to 10. Like, how grateful are you? You know, how excited are you? Oh yeah, I'm excited, or I'm excited. I mean, there's two different kinds of excited out there, you know. Cheryl's at that, you know, when she says I'm excited, she's at a level 20 on a scale from 1 to 10. So we have the official Elevate clap. So you got to clap 8 times. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's an anchor that elevates my emotions. It elevates my state of mind. So when I do that, when I clap 8 times really fast, it's a trigger to myself that, hey, you got to get back to 10, because throughout the day I slip. But when I'm on with members or I'm on with prospects, I can't afford to slip. I got to get back into state because people are counting on me to elevate their life. So you got to have triggers of things you do. The 8 claps is fantastic for me. A song you listen to, Cheryl. We always talk about emotion is motion, right? Getting up. I have a trampoline, one of those bouncy trampoline things in your house. That's the best thing I ever bought. I love that. I got my Peloton bike, my treadmill. Cheryl, I know you're a PE teacher now. So you're getting your exercise in every day?
Yes, I absolutely am. I want to go back can you hear me, Paul?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, because I'm kind of in like a weird place. But I wanted to go back to what Becca said. And gosh, what an inspiration and a fantastic woman that Becca is. And to me, it all comes down to one thing with Becca. She cares more about other people and about what they're doing and how she's helping them than she cares about anything else, which I think is fascinating. And we kind of started the call with this, but that's who she is. That's how she is. That's the way she lives her entire life. She didn't say, oh, well, you know what, I need to make all this money so that I can have this and I can have that. No, she never said that. And I know she never said that. Even if you set that target as that, what it means is it means the amount of people that you will go out and willingly help. And not only that, but she helps tons of people that aren't even on her team, just being the person that she's become, which I just have to say, Becca, we love you.
And we think the world of you. We just go ahead and end that thing.
Yeah, because it inspires me. It inspires me.
It does.
And I love that. So I have to say that.
And Becca, again, I don't think you realize how many people you've inspired throughout the whole company. So we just think the world of you, and we're all watching you. So cheering you on, and keep creating and elevating your life and the lives of other people. Awesome. Okay, so how in the world do we do this? What's the map? Well, we got to do the personal growth. So Becca talked about that. And again, one of the 8 groups that we've created is called Elevate Your Mind. So we're all into mindset. Myself, Cheryl, Becca, Sarita's on here. I don't know, Peggy's on here. There's a bunch of us that went through like a pre-course. It's called the Success Center. There's 7 modules that you're going to go through. It's completely free. We'll give you a link to it. And Becca, maybe just 1 second, like what those 7 modules did for you.
Those 7 modules are really helped to get me out of the stuck phase, where I knew where I wanted to go and I knew what I had to get there, but my mind was telling me I still couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And those 7 modules really helped me get past that.
Absolutely. I always said that you're 6 inches away from achieving your goal, and those 6 inches are between your 2 ears. But I've never been able to say it the way Deb says it. And I learned so much from her too. And her training is geared towards a woman, but I told her, listen, Deb, I know you're trying to market to women, but guys have the same problem that women do. I mean, don't think that our success rate is any higher than women are. We go through the same problems. We got the same trials. We got the same mental stuff going on in our heads. So any guy that tells you they don't is lying, So it was so beneficial to me to take that. I was actually the first guy ever to finish the course. So I get like some kind of sticker or something for doing that. Yeah. But I asked Deb, I said, Deb, I want to hire you to teach me how women think. And she's like, well, I'm gonna have to charge you a lot of money to give you that kind of information. I mean, that's strictly classified stuff right there. So, but you know, we joke about it, but you know, there are definitely some things that I understand women go through and guys go through that are a little bit different. But in the end, we're all trying to get to a new place and help other people, and there's a lot of things in common too. So I can't wait to share this with you and have everyone take it. And we're going to do it together as a team. So a few of us already gone through it, but we're going to go through it again and do it as a team and help everybody through this. And it's going to be life-changing. So we're super big on personal growth and helping you grow as a person so that you can contribute. So this is really about two things. It's about growing yourself and then contributing to others. So how do we do that? Well, first we got to find people to contribute to. So we talked about find last week, and 3 things to find. It's FAM, F-A-M. So you got to find them, and then you got to add them as a friend, and then you got to message them. So how do you find people? Well, the first thing you need to know is who the hell you're looking for. You know, there's 2.2 billion people on Facebook. So who are you looking for? And what we established last week is the person you're looking for is you. So look in the mirror and look at, so I have a little form that I'm going to be sending out to all of you. And it's going to say, number 1, are you male or female? I'm a male, okay? Are you married or single? Married, okay? Do you have kids? No. You know, so it just goes through all these different questions. You know, now if there's a female who's 20 who does have kids and not married, how much rapport am I going to have with her? Nothing. But if I meet a guy online that's got a funny looking haircut like me, that's 50, that doesn't have any kids and is married, do you think me and him are going to get along? We're going to get along like 2 peas in a pod. Like when I meet guys like that, like me, and we connect, they don't even ask me how much it costs to join. They just give me their credit card. It's $500, but they don't even ask because there's so much rapport built. So we can't encourage you enough to be you, to embrace who you are. You are amazing just the way you are. Don't try to, you know, if you're 20, don't try to get someone who's 50 on your team. They're not going to follow you. And if you're someone who's 50, don't try to get someone who's 20 on your team. They're not going to follow you. They don't listen to their parents, and they're not going to listen to you. So it's so important to find people like you to build that community and looking for people who have things in common with you. You know, Cheryl, she's 25 and married. I'm just joking. I was waiting for a response from her, but she froze again. Has kids, homeschools. That's the person that Cheryl's going to get along with the most.
I know, I'm frozen.
What's that, Cheryl? Nope, you're frozen again. Okay. So, hope that makes sense. You know, so embrace who you are. Don't be like, oh, you know, I'm horrible, so people I find are going to be horrible. No, they're going to love you because you have so much in common with them.
No, I was just going to say, absolutely. Am I frozen?
Yeah. Maybe you can call back in, Cheryl. I can send you the number.
Sometimes if you turn off the video and just have the audio, it works.
Yeah, maybe just turn your video off, Cheryl. You're requiring too much juice from the universe.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna go get on my computer.
Okay. So we gotta fan people. So we find people. We're gonna find people just like us. We're gonna hit this little blue button. It's called Add Friend. Super simple. Push it, and you add them. Some people are gonna accept it. Some people aren't. Now, what would make someone accept your friend request or not accept your friend request? Well, as soon as you request their friend request, as soon as you click add friend, they see that, and the first thing they do, believe it or not, is go to your page and look at you. and they ask themselves, is this person weird? Okay, don't be weird. That's our big advice to you. Post normal things on your page. Don't look like a billboard with 85 longevity products for sale. Nobody wants to be friends with a salesman. Post pictures of yourself, family, funny things, motivational quotes. Someone that if you went to their page, hey, I want to be friends with that person. So step out of yourself, go to your Facebook page right now, look at your last 10 posts, because that's what they're going to do, and ask yourself, would I be friends with myself? You know, so I try to, now I'm being me though, you know, so I'm looking for a guy, 50 years old, who's married, no kids. He wants, you know, he's got a certain Marine mentality. Well, we're extremely aggressive. We're extremely, you know, we want to go for it. Like a heat-seeking missile, go for it. So that's kind of a lot of the things that I post about. And a lot of guys find that very motivating. And, you know, there's a lot of testosterone in my posts there. So that may turn other people off, but I'm not trying to target the whole world. I'm looking for a very specific person who looks and sounds like me, because that's what I'm going to have the most rapport with, is people like me. Okay, does that make sense? So look at your board or your wall. If you want help, you know, you could message Cheryl and myself and be like, listen, could you go to my page and give me any pointers? You know, but basically it's the last 10 points and you want to mix it up. You don't want all 10 of your posts to be glamour shots of you. Okay, that's going to look like, oh, well, you know, this person's perfect. Like they want, now all your 10 pictures shouldn't be you in your pajamas either. Okay, so let's have some balance in there. Some good pictures, some not so good pictures, some, you know, some of this, some of that, mix it up. And, you know, look at your last 10 posts and be like, oh, what am I missing here? Oh, I'm missing something funny. Oh, I'm missing something serious. Oh, I'm missing something spiritual. Whatever it is, you know, that you're missing, put that on there so that people will be attracted to you, people that you're going after. So you want to do that, friend request them, and then you want to message them. So we had given you some messages last week, actually on Saturday we gave them to you, like 6 messages that we use that have worked well, you know, some ideas. So that sheet is in Team Elev8 Facebook page. You can go there. Has anybody started famming people, finding them, adding them, and messaging them with that one of those icebreaker questions? And if you'd like to share that with some of your experiences with us, good or bad, you know, this is a coaching call. We want to hear from you. So we want to, you know, and this is a little bit of a different call because we're trying to just get things kicked off and started, but more times than not, these calls will be interactive where we want to mostly just hear about what's going good, what's not going good, and what we can do to fix it. So this is the time to do that for the last 10 minutes of this call here, to come on, share what you're doing that's working or what you're doing that's not working so we can help you fix it.
Paul, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's Verna. All right, so since I'm still learning Facebook, now I was looking for friends and I did find some people that I wanted to friend. However, when I friend these people, are they now going to get the post from my other friends posting things? Are they going to be able to see what they're posting as well, or is it just going to be me alone?
You know, they're going to see some of your posts, you're going to see some of their posts, and it depends on how many things you like on their page. Because, you know, I have like 4 feedback here, mute you out there. I have like close to 5,000 friends. So it's not going to show me 5,000 people's posts. Facebook's super smart. It looks for correlation. Who am I messaging a lot in private messenger? Who am I liking things on their page? Who's liking things on my page? And when it sees a correlation going on, it will show more of your stuff to them because it thinks you're not just friends, but really good friends. So it kind of grades how good your friendship is, if you will. So you want to be on their page. You want to be liking things on their page. Actually, liking doesn't do anything these days. You got to do one of those other emotions like love or funny or angry, whatever those other things are. So I heart everything. So because Facebook looks at that as being someone that I'm super close with.
Okay, so a follow up to that. So the Facebook that I presently have, it's one that I created for, like family and friends. Should I be creating a new Facebook page now?
No, not at all. Because you want to be you. You don't want to come off as like a salesperson or something that you're not. You just want to have things you post to your family, you post to your friends too. So it should be the same stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else have anything that's going good or bad with messaging people? Has anybody got out there? So we put out a challenge to do 20 FAMs a day for 20 days while we're in this quarantine thing, which shouldn't take you long at all because you're just starting the conversation. So you got to get into massive action mode. That's what's going to help you get off the ground and going. We're trying to get an airplane off the ground and flying. It's very difficult. If you don't go full throttle and get this thing going, you're not going to get it off the ground and flying. So we want to, hear from you. And if people, I know it was Easter weekend, so I'll make sure that I push that post back up to the top where you can go into the files and click on a file called Find, F-I-N-D, and it has those ideas in there. And you just copy them and paste them. So you find which one you like that's more like you, copy, paste it in there. If you want to change it, it doesn't matter. There's nothing right or wrong. Actually, I shouldn't say that. What would be wrong is if you post it in there, hey, I got some products for you to buy. Here's my link. Like that's bad, okay? The saying is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You got to go back and forth playing baseball. So Cheryl and I, we do this thing and this analogy and when we're doing our live events where I have a baseball in my hand. And if I throw this hard baseball and it's up there on the shelf up there, I'll bring it back next time. If I throw this hard baseball at Cheryl's face, she's going to be pretty upset at me. But if I hand the baseball to Cheryl and say, let's play a catch. So I give her the baseball, she throws it to me, then I throw it back to her, then she throws it to me, and we start playing catch. So that's normal. Throwing a baseball at someone's face is not normal. And that's what you do when you start promoting product from the get-go. Now, eventually, you gotta start helping them. You can't play catch the rest of your life. Because I know there's people on here that are doing that too. I'm talking about throw, then boom. Like this can't go on all freaking month that you're trying to build a relationship with someone. We're not trying to marry them here. We're just trying to get them to elevate their life a little bit. So the best thing to do is, so I'm going to go ahead and now move forward. So we found them, we messaged them, we got the icebreaker message. The next thing, sooner or later, is we got to invite them to something. So we're going back to these 7 skills. The first thing, the skill of finding. The second thing is the skill of inviting. What's the best thing that we have at Youngevity to invite them to? It's the health evaluation. The health evaluation gives them a health score. It's just like weighing somebody. When someone knows their weight, now we have something to work with. I got on the scale, I'm 200 pounds. Well, are you okay with that? No, I'm not okay with that. Okay, what would you want it to be? Oh, I want it to be 180. Okay, are you willing to do something to make that happen? Yeah, I'm definitely willing to do something to make that happen. Great. And now we have something to measure it by. Remember we talked about targets and how important they are? If you don't find a way to quantify health, you won't be successful. So getting that number is the most important thing you can do. Whatever the number is, and tell them it doesn't matter what the number is. It can be 10, it can be 80, it can be whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just the starting weight. Just like the scale. Oh, I don't want to get on the scale because I weigh 350. Who cares? It's a number. If you don't like the number, we just take different actions. Understand that those actions you've taken got you to a certain number, got you to a certain result. If you don't like the result, just change the actions. We can get another result. But we got to know where we're at. That's step one. You know, you go to you go to the mall and you got this map and you're like, oh, I want to go to this store. Like going to that store means nothing until you find the little dot that says you are here. You can't get to there unless you know where you're at first. So you got to know the health score. So hey, and I'll send you the exact quote. I just copy and paste it in there. Hey, I have no idea if you're interested in this or not, but I'm a health coach, and I offer this free health evaluation to people who are interested. If I send you a link to take a free health evaluation, it'll get you a health score. Would you take it? Simple as that. And then shut up. Don't message them again. They're going to come, because if you message them again, you ruin the whole thing. So you got to let them reply. I mean, some people won't even reply ever. That's okay. Don't send them another message. When you ask a question, do not send another message until they message you back. I don't care if 15 years passes. Don't message again unless they answer once you ask a question, you got to wait until they answer. So yes, I would love to take the health evaluation. Great. Here's my link. And I explain a little bit what's going to happen. And I'll give you the exact, I copy the same thing and paste it to everybody the same exact way every single time. That explains what's going to happen. Okay. So now the next thing, after we invite them to take a health evaluation, we got to share something. That's the next skill. How do you share something? Where do we share? You know, so we invite them to take a health evaluation so we can share the Dead Doctor Zone live recording as part of the health evaluation system. Oh, and by the way, I just want to mention that those of you who didn't see it, we're going to start a health coach certification program. Hey, that's pretty cool, huh? So anybody part of the health evaluation system, you're going to get for free. You can take this course. And, you know, Cheryl and I and so many others that we're going to have involved in this course, we've been with Dr. Wallach for 25 years. So we have been around him. We know so much about nutrition. There's a lot of people on this call that know a ton about nutrition. A new person who joins today and says, hey, I want to make a little extra money from home, working on that on the internet. They don't know anything about nutrition. They may not even know who Dr. Wallach is, let alone anything he teaches. So we need to have a course in place for the brand new person who wants to become a health coach and can understand what the 4 categories are, how Dr. Wallach's brain works, you know, how he connects the dots, why these questions are so ridiculous in the health evaluation system. Because we're looking for clues. We're looking to connect some dots. So we go through all of that in the course. It's going to be unbelievable. We've been meaning to do this for like 5 years, but we're finally doing it. So if you're part of the system, we're not going to charge anything. It's just, you know, an extra value to be part of that. And normally to become a certified health coach online can cost anywhere from, I've seen $600 to $6,000. I mean, it can be a lot of money. So you're going to get a certification and all this. Everything included for free. So we'll send you a certificate and everything. And I don't know exactly how many, you know, weeks it's going to be. I think it's going to be, we're thinking 8 right now, but it could be a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, just as long as we get everything in there. And then we're thinking about just continually having those calls, you know, at a specific time so that we can always have you come on and ask questions about things that are going on and that you're unsure of. And, you know, so again, it's what's going good, what's not going so good, and how do we fix it? So those are the top 3 questions we'll be going over on an extended call. And I think we should just do one this Thursday. So I think Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we'll just get in the Zoom and I'll send everybody a link that's in there. Oh yeah, so Peggy says she spent close to $20,000 for hers, for certification. So you can just see how much these things are worth. And we'll have Peggy speak in that so she can share some of her $20,000 knowledge on what she's learned about health, because she's a wealth of knowledge on that. So that'll be awesome. So if you don't have a health evaluation system yet, you go to healthevaluationsystem.com. Healthevaluationsystem.com. If someone could type that in there. It's $1 to join. You can try it out, look at it. And you can either sign up to pay $9.95 a month or $99 for the year. And so just the certification alone is worth more than that. But the system is the ultimate way to help somebody. And once you help somebody raise their health score, they're never going to stop ordering. They're going to love you forever. And they're probably going to want to build a business with you because of all the success they had. Now, the reason why they know they've had so much success is because they saw their score go up and they're actually scoring themselves. So it's real to them. If you do this with them and they don't have a score and they don't see it go up, they might not even realize how much healthier they've gotten, because people have a tendency to forget how sick they really were. It's amazing. I mean, I'm like, well, you look fantastic. Like there's been and they can't even see it themselves because they don't remember how much in pain they were. I'm like, oh, remember when you scored a 27 on that first health evaluation? Now you scored an 87. A big difference here. And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. So it's a great, great tool. And if their health score goes up, do you think they're going to want to possibly buy more products from Longevity? Yeah, like 100% more. So it makes their average order go up. It makes their retention become rock solid. They're never going to leave it ever not order. And the chances of them recruiting someone or bringing someone else in or referring goes up like 10,000%. So it's the best thing in the world. You should reevaluate them every 30 days, especially the first 90 days, to make sure they're making progress. And if they're not, we have a troubleshooting sheet that you go through these questions with them on how to troubleshoot. And that's all part of the certification course. So I'll go over that in that certification. So get the system, if you're not on that page yet, make sure you request to be on that page. It's Health Evaluation Community. So you want to be part of that community because that's where all the classes will be. Okay? And it'll become like a module. So there's like, maybe some of you are in other Facebook groups that have modules. So it'll be a module there on the left that you'll be able to go through and take the course. So that's that. So we want to share things. We want to share the Dead Doctors Alive recording. That's one thing to share. That's part of the health evaluation system. Share that Audacity of Health documentary. It's the best documentary ever. So people understand who Dr. Wallach is and how amazing he is and his teachings. Sharing the info in the Elevate Your Health Facebook group. So if you got to be in that Facebook group, Elevate Your Health, every day I'm making posts, dripping on people. So what we're doing is we're creating soil. So we're putting people into this garden and it's fresh, clean, beautiful soil. So they can see new things popping up and more information, more value. We want people to post their stories in there. Hey, when I started, my health score was 37. Then I started taking these products and 3 months later, my health score is an 87. I've never felt this good in my whole life. I'm not on any prescriptions anymore. This has been the greatest thing ever. So we want stories because people want to be part of a community. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want social proof that this really works. So all of us as members, we got to share our stories in there and have social proof that this really does work. So we want to hear your story. So type it out, and we're doing a whole class on how to do it the right way, because obviously we don't want to make any health claims or, say something wrong. So basically you want to say there's 3 parts to your story. The past, and we want to make the past painful, that I had all these bad things were going on in me. Then this happened. I took the health evaluation. My score was this, and I got on these products. The third thing is now, 3 months later, 6 months later, whatever it is, my health score is this, and I feel this, and this. That's it. So 1, 2, 3, 3 parts to the story that we want you to type in and put a picture of yourself, so that you can we can see who you are, and or you know, picture you and your family, kids, whatever, some kind of action shot so that it looks cool. And prospects will see that. If we all do that, we're going to help each other out. So it's a win-win situation. Now you're with your prospect and you are messaging with them, and we encourage you to three-way message your enroller into that thread, so that we're not doing three-way phone calls anymore, but we're doing three-way messaging. So that's another tool to use inside of Messenger that's going to move this forward. So we want to, you know, people want to be involved in something. They all want to be involved in a church or a political party. You know, we all are so excited to be part of Longevity. It's a family here. It's a culture. I love all of you. I know all of you love each other, and we love Longevity Nation. I mean, it's just who we are. Imagine not having this. I mean, I'd be lost right now without this. So I love Longevity Nation, and all, you know, whether people are in my organization or not, doesn't matter. It's all fantastic. I know I've gone over, but I got one more thing to share with you really, really fast, because hopefully most people have left this call already, because I'm about to tell you something that is personal, that is going to make me look bad. But I finally figured out what social selling is on Saturday. It took me like 5 years to figure it out. And it's the best thing in the whole world. So anything that I may have said bad about social selling before, take back. So yeah, I got my first member. No, I got 3 members already through social selling. So yay for me. Yay. How awesome am I? You know? So it's fantastic. Now here's my spiel. So you gotta make something called an irresistible offer to people. So you see those things on TV where they are like, they sell you these knives, but wait, you know, and then they got this. Now we'll throw in a second set, but wait, we got another knife. Well, no, we're going to throw in a car with it. And they just like, it's just by the end of the commercial, you know, I got my phone out and I'm like, okay, send me 2 of those. You know, I'm just like, you can't say no to that. So here's the post I made, or so I put this in the messenger, and again, I'll post this right in the team page, so you can just copy and paste it. But this is what it says, and this is how I got my 3 members already in social selling, and I'm qualified for Team Challenge. So I post this in there. So it says, just FYI, and just randomly I post this in there. You know, they're taking the health evaluation. Well, maybe we haven't gone over or we've gone over some of the products, or, you know, we're kind of like in between some things. So I say this exact thing. I say, just FYI, I don't say it. I paste it in there, paste it in the message. Just FYI, because of all the craziness going on, the company is waiving the $20 wholesale membership fee this month. So you'll get 20% off any products you purchase. Tell you what, let me just make this super freaking simple and post this in the comments. And then read it to you. So just FYI, because of all the craziness going on, the company is waiving the $20 wholesale membership fee this month. So you'll get 20% off any products you purchase. Also, we are running a special right now where if you spend $75, we will give you 50% off another product. So now they're thinking, oh, I got to get to $75 for sure. Who doesn't want an extra product at 50% off? Oh, and on top of all of that, if you spend $100 or more total, we'll throw in free shipping this month also. Thanks, Joe. Glad you threw a little gasoline on the fire there. But that's all I post. Now no one says no to that. That's all. That's just. Oh, well, I'm going to spend $100 for sure. And that's how I got 3 people to spend $100. Super easy. And you can tweak that if you want to, you know, change some of the words. But here, listen to this. Once I post that, I don't say anything. I wait for them to comment. You know, if you come in and try to say, oh, let me explain how the wholesale membership works, and you go on for days explaining all the rules and regulations, no one cares about any of that stuff. If they come back and they got a question, they'll ask it. Oh, but wait a second, Paul. You got to tell them that only these products are available for the 50% off. Listen, let's not get there yet. Okay, we can explain it when we get there, but we don't need to type out a book to them and overwhelm them with all this stuff. You know, so just give them enough so that they can make a decision. If they have questions, trust me, they'll ask you. Any comments on that? Or love it. Good. Okay, super. Okay, we've gone way over, but we got nothing better to do than sit here on Zoom and talk. Anybody have any closing comments, questions, something that, yes, Ruth Ellen, with the beautiful picture behind her that we're going to go find me I'm telling you, my next Zoom is going to be from New York City in a skyscraper.
It's really easy. If you stay on after, I'll tell you how to do it.
I got to find that picture is what I got. I think that's where I was looking all over for that picture that I wanted.
Okay, so this is a little off topic, a little bit, but not. Last year when I was doing the STAR School and I was filling out the goals and all of that, I had put that I wanted to be able to get enough money so that I could fight for visitation for my granddaughter. Okay, she's 11. Yeah. I haven't seen her since she was 4. And her mother contacted me after not talking to me at all. She blocked me on Facebook and everything for I don't even know how long. A long time. And told me that she moved out of her parents' house and that she was fighting to get her daughter, full custody of her daughter back, and my granddaughter, and that I was going to be able to see my granddaughter again, and I didn't have to even come up with the money. It just happened. The universe just started taking care of it, and I'm just blown away. But it's in my book over there, and you know, it was a goal I set. And even though I'm not having to do like what I thought I was going to have to do, it's just all working itself out. And she sent me over 50 pictures of my granddaughter, and just really exciting. So even though you're not like actively just putting it down on paper and having it, like I wrote it in pencil on paper, you know.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for sharing that. And, you know, I would be surprised if I didn't hear 1,000 stories like that already. It just, understand that everything is energy. That's all we got here. Every cell in your body's energy. The desk that I have here really isn't even here. It's just energy. It's just a lot of atoms moving super, super fast. So everything is energy. So you put that out there. So you got 3 S's. It's got to be, number 1, a story. So you had a story of your future. You have a story that you want, not the story of, oh, I'm never going to see her again. Well, it was me. There's a new story you put out there that, oh, this is going to happen. So you're putting out an intention. You have a new story. So write out that new story, that new life, that new situation that you want to happen. So there's a new story. And with that new story has got to come another S, which is a new state. You got to be in a super excited, elevated mindset for this all to work. Because if you got this intention out there, but you got a 2 energy behind it, it's never going to happen. Like when I see that, yeah, I get so freaking excited. I start jumping up and down, literally, that I'm already on this thing. This thing, it feels amazing being on here, sitting in my chair with my fireplace in front of me on my yacht, watching a TV screen that's like 30 feet wide. You know, that's a great feeling for me, but I feel that. And this next part, this next S is not that important. Although this kills me to say that because obviously I'm Mr. Strategy. But the 3rd S is strategy. So you need the story, you need the state, and you need the strategy. But out of the 3 things, the strategy means the least. Because once you start putting this stuff out there, there's going to be people coming at you, friend requesting you. And you're like, well, how did that happen? How did I meet this person? Like just crazy things start clicking, just like Ruth Ellen just said. And man, it's like magic. And you're like, well, Paul, I didn't even need your strategy per se. It just happened naturally. And I'm going to be, agreeing with you that, but don't get me wrong. I missed your strategy and we're going to say the third S means something. So I'm going to stick to that. But yeah, if you get the first two really right, usually the third thing doesn't even matter because it just happens. That doesn't mean you can go sit on your couch and not do anything. It's plan, do, review. So the do part is 33% of the process here. So you got to do things. But once you get out there and start moving towards your goal and your goal starts moving towards you, you're going to meet in the middle there and you're going to have everything you ever wanted, including what you got, Ruth Ellen. So that was fantastic. Anybody else got any closing comments to make, or are we good? All right, awesome. So I'm going to post Saturday's recording, this recording, all these things that I promised you during this recording to post. Everything's on Team Elev8, so everything in the world is there. Comment in there, ask questions, and we will be back here Thursday, same time, same place, to share more. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, if you want to join us, we're going to be in the keto. So we're not going to be elevating our income tomorrow. We're going to be elevating our bodies to look good. Because when we got all this money and success, we got to look good on that yacht, right? So we're going to talk about looking good tomorrow. And Tracy Wagstaff has some brand new keto cubes to share, which are delicious, which I've been testing out vigorously. And they're wonderful. So Tracy's wonderful. She'll be sharing those tomorrow, and we'll be sharing some other things about mindset. So that'll be a great call, 2 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday. We'll be back here, Elev8zoom.com. And we'll be continuing this conversation. So fam, between now and then, fam, find people, add them as friends. Now, if you got friends already that you've already added and you would never message them, now would be a good time to do that. And again, I've given you a bunch of examples in that piece of paper that you can copy and paste and just put it right in there. So do that, and then come back here and share your story with us on Thursday. So we want to hear your story about the targets you've set, the whys you have that you wrote out. We want people sharing at least one or two of your different reasons why, one or two of your 100 reasons. We want you sharing your vision board and talking about that. We want you sharing your fam, what you're doing with the find people and adding them and your messaging to them, and then what you're inviting them to. You're inviting them to the health evaluation and what you're sharing with them. Sharing the Dead Doctors Online recording, sharing the information inside of Elevate Your Health. And every day I'm posting new things in Elevate Your Health that are going to be of high value to you and your prospects. So make sure you're in there, because we only talk about health in that group. Okay? I love all of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping other people and paying it forward. And we will see you tomorrow or Thursday. Bye for now.
Hi, Paul. Thanks. Thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Start running their mouth about it, then people panic and it'll get worse.
Thanks, everyone.
I can see that happening.
See you soon.
Okay, well, that was
Let's hope they don't start